Okay, all right. What's up? I had to come on. I just bubbling over with knowledge. I gotta let it out. So stay by, stand by. Hold on, I'm coming. So greetings everyone. This is your 10 o'clock scholar, and I've got something for y'all because I'm always studying and learning, and I recommend you do the same. I'm always in the self-improvement. And as I learn, I share with those I care about. By me being on this forum, you tuning in, you're going to get some of that love. You're going to get some of that love. Okay, what's the topic? Well, let's leave it right there with self care. Because a lot of people do not know how to take care of themselves. You haven't been taught how to take care of yourself. You know, we do things, most people do things because they see their parents do it, they see people on TV do it, they think it's normal to do. No, 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 no. My community have to realize people have been warring against you ever since they came here. I call it the invasion. The invasion has not stopped. Because you can, you're not chained up, you're free to go and come, you're free to do quite a few things. But the war has not ended against us, people. Evidence of the war is all around you. I grew up in a time when there's no such thing as cancer, no such things as prostate cancer, high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetics. These things come from the war waged against us. That's evidence right there. You think it's normal? People be sick all the time? No, 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 no. You see, growing up in the 50s and 60s, we had our own stores. We grew our own food. We had our own communities, which they destroyed. And that's when the sickness started accelerating. Well, I won't say they destroyed it because a lot of us just gave it up. We were sold a pipe dream to have equality with other communities. We was sold a pipe dream. We was gaslighted. And so you got rid of your community. You know, we had doctors in our community. We had everything we needed. So when that's gone, the other communities say, well, I didn't invite you here. You was bust here against my will. So you go to other communities, you experience that isolation because you're there by somebody, the government forcing you to be there. So what's being said is that sickness, evidence of they calling us crazy because of the way some people are acting, that's part of the war against us. We wasn't acting like that 50, 60 years ago. We wasn't acting like that. Killing each other? Man, that definitely shows that a war being waged against us. The war is so effective, we're killing each other. We're doing the work of the man. You think that you just gonna have a good time party and everything's okay because you can go party, party, party? Wake up, my people. Wake up. Wake up. You have to make a change. You got to look in that mirror and say, hey, all this suffering and sickness around me, but you don't see the people who's doing it because it's systematic. You see, when you have a system sets up that destroys the people, People can disappear. And you think it's you. You think it's normal. People, I'm telling you, you got to change everything about you. I started changing my diet years ago when I saw the movie. I actually read the book, Malcolm X, and he talked about pork. I said, okay, I'm going to stop eating that pork. I started feeling better immediately. Immediately. And pork is a thing in our community that's cultural. And everybody's going to face this argument saying, well, I had a grandmother that lived 95, 100 years old, and she ate pork every day. Okay. There's a high possibility that the pork she ate was on a farm. What I'm saying? I'm saying that all the foods are contaminated now. They've given growth hormones to get them fat to make money. They're commercialized. Now, I'm not going to eat anybody pork. I don't care where it is. But what's being said is that you got to think for yourself, people. I remember when these cigarette commercials came out, they were saying if you wasn't a real man if you didn't smoke Marlboros. If you didn't smoke Marlboros, you wasn't really a man. And if you didn't smoke cool, you wasn't cool. Then years later, they said, oh, by the way, smoking causes lung cancer. But you watch those movies of that era, everybody's smoking. So what's being said is you can't follow the crowd. The crowds are usually always wrong. You can't do what everybody else is doing. Oh boy, this is a big topic. I'm not going to cover it right here. Just want you all to get on a path of doing your own research, doing your own study. Yeah. I've seen 4, 5 generations come and go. Because I chose to make a decision long ago to eat right. And you can do the same. This is a lifestyle change. I'm not just talking about stop drinking sodas for a couple of weeks. No. Find out what's in the sodas. High fructose corn syrup. What is that? That's manufactured sugar. And it's very cancerous. So if you're eating anything with high fructose corn syrup in it, you're poisoning yourself. See, the poison in the food is like this. It's put in large quantities so it don't kill you immediately. It kills you slowly. If you put some toxic poison in a small quantity, you kill it immediately, take you out. But if you put it in a large quantity, slow doses, over time, yeah, maybe take 20 years for it to do the job. So just remember now, the people who grow your food don't have your interests in heart. You don't have your own doctors in your community. You have anybody in your community. I don't even see a community. I'm going to tell you something happened to me the other day. I was shopping. I go shopping for the family. And I see these people, the woman ahead of me was having a long conversation about a product. Because it's something she didn't know that the teller was telling her about. And I said, man, I never get that. I got it back in the day when we had our own stores. People just tell you things to show their love to you, to help you along the way because they have information you may not have. But now, since they feel like you in their community by force, they don't share information with you. You don't get that. It's like they have a code. Nobody's going to break the code of showing love to you. There it is. Do your own research. Don't believe me. I've done mine. Until next time, this is the 10 o'clock scholar. I did my 10 minutes. I'm out. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone. We got some people in the chat. Hey, Venom. What? Venom. I'm not talking about nobody named Venom. Yeah. Oh, did we have it made back in the day? No, we didn't have it made. What I'm saying is that we had our community. No matter how ragged the school was, how outdated the books was, we had love and we took care of each other. And we was healthier. You know, when they had this, they called it the syphilis experiment. Was not syphilis. Sickle cell. They said they was testing it for sickle cells. How was they able to do that? Because we had our own doctors. We didn't need their medicine. We was healthy. So they came into our community under the guise of helping us. They cared about us so much, they came into our community to help us to see a cure for sickle cell. And at the same time, what they was doing was giving us syphilis. They call that a Trojan horse. Having a gift and weaponizing the gift. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, studied the movie Troy, where they brought this Trojan horse in, a wooden horse, and they had the army hidden in the horse. So they say, here's a gift. Oh, thank you. But when the people went to sleep, the army came out of the horse and killed everybody. So what's being said is that we didn't have it made, but we was not being experimented on. That's something that was forced on us. And it's a lot better than today, I tell you. I would take them days back any day. Cause see, we was lied on. Everybody starts off with a poor community and they build it up. But they told us, you don't have to build up this community. You need to go over there where they got everything at. They sold us out. Them Stokely Carmichaels, all them people who was talking about black power came from integration. Yeah, we was deceived. We paid a heavy price, and we have to apologize to the youth for what our ancestors did. I didn't personally. I didn't march for nobody. I didn't understand what was going on. People trying to force themselves to get served in buildings that you don't own, that you didn't work at. That's stupid to me. Especially when we had our own buildings, we had our own supermarket, we had everything we needed. We didn't need nobody else's store. We didn't need nobody else to serve us. That was a lie to destroy us or have us self-destruct. Because when you don't have a community, it's over. That's what I'm talking about. When we have a community, then you become a recognized human being. So they got rid of the community because we was always overbuilding our community. We was always rebuilding our community overnight. They bombed us. They destroyed. We come back powerful. So they had to go and say, well, we got to figure out how they cannot come back and build their communities after we have these race riots, which they call them. It wasn't no race riot. They was attacking us. We was defending ourselves. And just like with the king, with the Martin Luther King, how did all our communities get destroyed during King? You think we did that? You think we destroyed our communities? Oh yeah, we lived there. But no, we wouldn't do that. That's another pipe dream gaslight they told y'all. They wanted to destroy our communities. That's the bottom line. They. Who in the hell is they? Well, people who say they're your friends or not, that's the point being made. And that's it, people. Nothing more to talk about. Any more questions? That was a good question. Thank you, by the way. Allowed me to go in a little deeper. We didn't have it made, but we did have our communities, and that was a lot more than we have now. So what's the solution? Study, read, study everything. Do more you can do for yourself, the freer you can be. And we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have all these people. They should be in our community, serving us. Why does everybody else have people who look like them serving them but us? Something wrong with that picture. You go to our community, we don't own the stores, we don't own the buildings, we don't own nothing anymore, or very little. And you think you're free. All right, keep thinking like that. All right, thank y'all for stopping by. If you want to circulate these, if you got value from these messages, I ask you to circulate them. Just put it on Facebook, put it wherever you want. You know, re-say the whole message as if it's yours. It is, since you listen to it. It's your message now. You got to keep this consciousness going, because I breathe consciousness into being so that the invisible becomes clear before my eyes, and you do the same.